Living. Is this time already? Oh, that goes by fast. This is Dr. Tong Li, and thanks for listening. And we are talking about, in this show, Ageless Living, we're talking about what we do to make you look good and feel good. Actually feel good first and look good second. At Arizona Laser and Skin, we do everything from facials to plastic surgeries, facial cosmetic surgeries. And but the first step we take is actually look at your health. We'll guide you through how to optimize your weight, how to improve your diet, to improve your health, and hopefully the ability of healing if you ever opted for surgery. Also, acupuncture is offered. Health counseling is offered in combination of that. Oh yeah, we have a open house. It's actually semi-annual open house coming up. April the 9th, Saturday, from 11 to 7. I wanted to give the listeners our address and phone number. The address is 15835 South 46th Street, Suite 132. The zip code is 85048. And this is in South Phoenix and near Ahwatukee area. And our phone number is 480-598-9733. So you're welcome to come in to have an open discussion with us about anything you're interested. We say bring a friend. We actually serve beverages and foods, and it'll be a fun day. We also have a bunch of one-day-only specials, so don't miss it.
Right off of Chandler Boulevard.
You know, the location is very conveniently located near I-10 at Chandler Boulevard. So it's just a block south of Chandler Boulevard on 46th Street. So that's what we do at Arizona Laser and Skin, with Dr. Robledo being board certified surgeon, who's very experienced in a lot of cosmetic issues, and has served Arizona for over 25 years, produced a lot of happy patients, and myself, providing acupuncture, anesthesia, and some aesthetic services too. So
Aesthetic like what?
aesthetic, you know, we do something that's very unique. That's called non-surgical facelift. That is using tiny needle injection to sculpture. You can call it sculpture. It's artwork. The face, to restore the more youthful, younger feature of the face. Wrinkles, scars, some of the age signs will be improved in combination with maybe some skin resurfacing and, you know, if choose, Botox. So for people who are not ready for surgical facelift, there's always option of non-surgical treatments. There's something else that's special we're offering, that is all natural face mask during a facial treatment. In our previous shows, I've shared with our listeners about some of the fruits and vegetables that are very, very good for certain different conditions of the skin. We use cucumber, egg white. Those are good combination for wrinkle treatments. And a bunch of other. So come in and see us, and we'll pick the most suited all natural mask for you at a very affordable price too. So we love to help. So, I wanted to continue on talking about the nutritional myths. One of them, before I go on to actually the specific topic about nutritional things, I was actually kind of shocked today, reading on the internet, about people getting upset about the phrase of moderation is everything, is a key. So one of the internet person making a comment saying, well, this is a phrase I'd like to see eliminated. Not to say everyone needs to be 100% eating 100% perfect diet, but there are some things just need to be eliminated, not eaten at all. Another person said, well, moderation is the biggest lie of all. Look, here, I'm doing my moderation, I'm 147 kilos. That's about 300 pounds. Come on, people, take a little responsibility for yourself. What moderation is kind of common sense. I never thought there's going to be a controversy over moderation. I guess now I believe there's a controversy about everything. Well, if you eat fatty food and you have a heartburn, have a hard time going to sleep if you eat too late, well, maybe think about eating earlier and cut your steak size in half next time you're having dinner. That's called moderation. If you look at the scale, you've gained 5 pounds in the last week, or maybe 2 pounds last week. You think about what you've eaten. How many days were you too full? How many days you've eaten more than usual? And eat less of it. That's called moderation. You know, let's just talk about calories. You can't be taking too much calorie or too little calorie. You can't survive well that way. If you take too much calories in, you're going to gain weight. Obesity will cause a lot of problems. We don't have to talk about what obesity causes. I mean, there's so many things. Diabetes, heart disease, joint pains, need of joint replacement, back pain. I mean, there's all kinds of things. But on the other extreme, if you were to take too few calories, well, I guess you can go into starvation or malnutrition, lose extreme weight, and actually be very irritable because you're hungry all the time, or you're not getting enough energy, or being tired all the time. Moderation is not a bad word. People, take responsibility of yourselves. The other thing is why moderation is important. That's related to what I was talking about the years of experience I've encountered. Over the last, I don't want to say thousands, a couple thousand years, I would say at least hundreds of years, people have gained the common sense of a balanced diet. It's good for human beings, right? I mean, if you didn't get, like the seamen on the ship didn't get any fruits and vegetables, they developed
Scurvy.
diseases and problems. They know that human beings need that. I mean, for other reasons too. But basically, we know that balance is good. The thing about balance is you gotta eat a little bit of everything, not a lot of everything. That sounds simple, but it's very hard for people who has a healthy, good appetite, or for people who just love food. So, believe it or not, that's actually a sign of health. It's a good thing, except in people who are actually using food as a emotional filler. So when they're emotionally in need of something, instead of having that problem solved, they're going to eating. And if that becomes a long-term issue, you can actually develop physical diseases. So having a good appetite, believe it or not, is a good thing. When we get older, we notice we don't eat like teenagers. We don't eat like we used to. It's just the reality of getting older. I guess a lot of people don't like to hear that, don't like the concept. But you know what? Getting older and living quality life and accepted that with peace I think is what most people do. That brings me to another topic that I wanted to share a little bit. In the Chinese medicine theory, the emotions are one big category of causes of diseases. You know, over the years of time, I've thought about that. If you think about it, people who has hypertension, that's a medical disease, usually have certain personalities or a little more uptight, more stressed, and or if they're not, they just haven't done enough relaxation. In our previous shows, we talked about some of the techniques to reduce high blood pressure with meditation, self-massage exercises. To me, that's a evidence, that's a proof that disease, such as medical disease, such as hypertension, is related to emotions or stress, however you want to call it, but it is related to our emotional health. I mean, you may consider yourself have pretty normal emotional health, but you can improve it by some of the relaxation skills, especially you already have high blood pressure. You know, reducing stress is not something you can automatically get when you retire. People say, well, I don't work anymore, I must not have any stress. You can stress on everything. You know, after stressing about yourself being perfect or whatever, you can stress about your children and your grandchildren, and you can always find things to be stressed about. So it looks like we're coming to another break. So when we come back, we're actually going to go to a couple of the nutritional myths and kind of talk about, is it true, or does it have a little bit of truth in it, or is it just really wrong? And why do we have those myths? So this is Dr. Tong Li at Voice America Word Talk Radio here at my show, Ageless Living. Hope all of us live ageless. And don't go too far away, we'll be right back.